my first hot coffee. That's not true. I'm lying to you.
You didn't have coffee in the morning?
No, it's a long
Hi,
story.
everyone.
It's a long
Hello,
story.
Tracy's Knitting Addiction. Hello from Ottawa. Thank you for joining. Wasn't sure if we hit a welcome, like if we typed into the notes, if you guys would see it before we actually went on. So it was good to know that
Someone saw it.
Yeah. So thanks for writing back.
Enjoy that coffee, Dina.
We're drinking our coffee while it's hot.
Yeah.
But we can introduce ourselves in the meantime while we're drinking.
I am Pam Sapp on Ravelry and Instagram, and Pam Sapiens on Facebook.
I am Dina. You can find me at The Knitting Place on Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
There you go.
Yeah, trifecta.
Hopefully everyone's having a great Monday. You had a good weekend. Right? How was your weekend, Dina?
I had a fun weekend. We
Where'd you
closed
go?
Friday.
Yeah.
Went out east to the Hamptons. Our friends. It's funny. They own a house out there. Excuse me. I'm stuttering. I do that sometimes. It's like staying. God bless Lisa. She is so gracious and what a perfect host. Like literally. I sent her a thank you note basically saying, I feel like I just stayed in a 5-star hotel. Do you have friends that, oh my God, Michelle is on with us. Hello, Michelle. Michelle usually listens to us on her morning walk, but she's here tonight. This is so nice. What a surprise. Hello, everyone. We'll greet all of you out of towners in a minute. Anyway, 5-star review.
Good.
So does anyone have a friend?
It's nice to have a friend who is like that.
It's not so much, first of all, very gracious with everything that she does, but you go into the guest room. She has a guest bathroom, towels. I don't know if did you ever stay at a hotel where they have a black makeup towel and it's embroidered makeup?
Right. She has that.
She has that. And even Ella's noticed. He's like, oh, wow, we should get these because I'm always turning my white washcloths black with the makeup and all my foundation. I guess he gets grossed out by it. But anyway, the Q-tips. It's like all the things, amenities that you would find in a hotel were
she has in the bathroom.
Crazy. She emptied, the guest room closet was empty. It was just beautiful. Anyway, I joked and I said, well, when you come and sleep over, because she's coming to our house for the U.S. Open, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to measure up to that. I'm sorry. Well, sure. Do my best, but that's definitely.
Fine. That's fine.
I mean, I have this small room with a bed. There's no bathroom in the bedroom, but whatever.
No, that's fine.
Of course it's fine. I could have given them one of my kids' rooms, but too funny. So I learned how to play pickleball.
Oh, you did?
And for those of you who know the game, no one was in the kitchen with Dinah. So if you play, you know what that means. There's this kitchen thing on the court. It was a lot of fun. We played one day. We went on a 3-hour bicycle tour, which was a lot of fun. Although, hurt my rear. Like I can't.
Sitting on the bicycle.
My goodness.
I know that's tough.
Can't. Yeah,
that's tough. Especially if you're not used to doing it all the time. Yeah.
My buns were hurting the next day. But all in all, it was beautiful.
Padding back there.
No, that's if I knew to bring biker shorts, I would have.
Yeah,
My daughter's boyfriend is an avid biker, and I basically said, Danielle, I don't know how Isaac does this. He'll go out for like.
Yeah, but even still, if you have all that padding, to ride that many hours.
I'm like, how does he do it?
That's a lot.
She's like, Mom, he has biker shorts. I'm like, I don't think the biker shorts.
I used to wear the biker shorts when I did spinning, but still, it's not that much. I mean,
how did you spin for an hour? That's crazy.
Well, whatever was it? I don't remember how long the class was. Whatever the class was,
it's usually an hour. Well, I can't do that.
Whatever
that's like racing.
Yeah, well, they keep changing the pace. That you slow down, you speed up, whatever.
We were just nonchalantly riding, and it hurt. Anyway,
so fun.
Too fun. And then you know who we saw? We saw a concert. Bob Marley's son.
Oh, nice.
Stephen Marley was playing at a place called the Clubhouse. And, interesting, I've never heard of him. He used to be in a band with Ziggy, another brother. Okay. And it turned out when we Googled him, he has 8 Grammys, which is incredible. But it's like for production.
Yeah, right.
Behind the scenes
stuff. Crazy.
Oh, that's
nice.
very nice. He's like, they were riling up the crowd. Do you love reggae music? It was really fun. He's got a beautiful voice. And in between his songs, he sang his father's songs.
Nice.
So it was a lot of fun.
Got to throw those in probably because people want to hear them.
Crowds were, they were going crazy.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that was a lot of fun.
Very good.
And how about you? I didn't mean to take over there.
No, well, my weekend wasn't quite as exciting.
Well,
I was home. It was very low key. We had lunch with a cousin on Saturday.
We'll tell them about Emily.
Oh, well, she went up. Well, that was Friday. I feel like she went to up to Cooperstown for the month of August because it's just so much nicer up there. I think next summer she's going to go for the whole summer.
Oh my goodness, really?
Well, it's such a well. I mean, I don't want to
miss her. You're going to have to go up there. You're going to visit her.
No, well, no, I'm not.
This month you're not going to go.
No. Well, number one, I won't say it. I'm not going to say it on something that's live, but you know what it is? They have a farmhouse across the street, but in the summertime they rent it out. And because it's in Cooperstown, they rent it out to people who come up and do the Dream Team. Mm-hmm. The kids go to the Dream Park and they play a week's worth of baseball. So in the summertime,
I was doing that.
In the summertime, the house is rented out for like 10 weeks.
Wow.
To people who come up from the first week to the last week.
Was that where you stayed last time, in the farmhouse?
In the past, I've stayed in the farmhouse. So that puts you in the main house. And she's got Emily and her husband and the kids in the main house. You know, so that's a lot of people, you know. So it'll be a nice people say, well, what are you doing with yourself?
Well, that's what I was saying.
But I mean, it's you know, I mean, of course I'm going to miss them. Yes. Of course. But you know, it's something to be said that, you know,
absence makes the heart.
Well, you can do whatever you want. If I want to sit and knit, you can. You know, I can. If I want to do
so she caught up on her knitting.
Whatever. Well, I mean, last week was crazy because she was getting ready to go. So one day she asked me to go with her to DMV, and another day we went to. Oh
my God, Reese is going to change in a month.
I know. What did we do the other day? That was another thing. Whatever it was.
The doctor. He had his blood test.
We had to go to the hospital. Of course, his blood test.
It was a hospital?
Yeah, we had to go to the hospital because when he was born and they took his blood, the blood clotted or something happened and they couldn't use that blood. So we had to go back to the hospital. So, you know, going to the hospital, the test took that long, but going to the parking garage, finding a spot, taking the baby out, walking that took longer than anything else. Time. But I felt so bad for the kid because they put a tourniquet on his arm. I mean, he's only 3 weeks old, and they were putting a tourniquet on his arm. They couldn't find his vein. And Emily was like, she's got a needle phobia. Yeah, she has a needle, so she missed too.
I can handle on myself, but you know, trying to do that to your own, it's like you feel protective. I don't know.
She can't handle it anyway, Emily. She's just when she was a kid.
Anyway.
When she was a kid, she hated getting shots, but. In any event, you do what you have to do and you take care of the kids. So we did that. So it was just a week filled with running around. And then the kids were home in the last 2 days because their camp session was over.
Oh.
So you're trying to get ready. No.
So
you're trying to get ready with the kids being home. That slows you down to like a snail's pace, right?
Right. Is that why you had them sleep over?
That's why I had them sleep over Thursday night. And then by Friday, I was so tired on Friday. My other daughter came out. Audrey came out. I said, Audrey, I can't even. I said, I'm just so tired. But anyway, so it was fine. And they're up in Cooperstown and they're having a great time.
Yay.
You know, as my granddaughter say, Gigi lives in the woods.
Aww.
She lives in the woods. So it's fun. She has a beautiful house. So it's very nice.
You want to tell them about Lucy's first day?
Oh, she went to a club, you know, where they have, you know, club activities, you know, a kids camp. And, she was home and they picked her up at the end of the day and she was zonked out in the back of the car. She must have had such an active day. She's
Emma. So cute.
Emily said, "Do you think that she had?" What did Emily say?
You think she had a good day at camp or something like that?
So anyway, it'll be. And I know that one of the things she was doing was sailing on the lake. So I mean, she's never been sailing. So whatever she did, it knocked her out.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Which is good. I'll let you know.
Definitely.
Anyway.
All right. Let's greet whoever's with us so far. Hello, everyone. Colorado. We have New Mexico. We have Ottawa. This is so nice. Smith Falls, Ontario. Port Washington, Montana.
Local.
Yes. Local is awesome. This is so nice. Thank you all for joining us. And then Knitting Posse. Hello,
hi
Kim.
guys. How are you?
Nice that you're with us. Well, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes,
so
we
let's
do.
get started.
Yes.
We were hoping to finish early because my husband is like, you come home too late.
You have to talk fast, Anna.
Yes, I'm not going to talk. We're going to go right to knitting. How's
Yes,
that?
let's go.
What are you wearing?
Oh, I'm wearing the Arisu from Svetlana Volkova, I believe the name is. It's a fingering weight top that I made. It's got lace. You see the lace down there, guys?
Very pretty.
It's very pretty.
Now, it's definitely not the same, but it has a similar vibe with the lace pattern at the bottom as the
Yes.
THEA.
Yeah,
I wore the
kind
THEA
of.
the other day. It's
Yeah.
different motif, of course.
Kind of. I
but
mean,
pretty.
I think this, I don't remember now, so I'm not going to say top down, bottom up, because it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago that I did it. But I used
I think it was
Artful Bell.
Bottom up.
Bottom up.
Mm-hmm.
Is Artful Bell, they're in
Canada.
Superwash merino nylon mix, right?
I think so.
And it was, I used 3 skeins, but I just went into the 3rd skein again. It's lovely because it's got the natural fall here, and the gauge.
It's actually it's a drop shoulder. So there,
Right.
though she has a cap, there is no armhole shaping. And I love that this top has a V. So if you saw me last week wearing the THEA was just a rounded neck.
Yeah. And this, now that you're saying that, you're reminding me, it's bottom up.
Okay.
It's bottom
Go.
up. That's what it
Confirmed.
is. There you go. But what I wanted to tell you, I used a fingering weight yarn, and she used a sport weight yarn. So it's 21 stitches. And we always felt that the Artful had a little bit of
it's got a spring to it. It's like
to it,
bouncy.
which is why I was
Lovely.
able to use it. So even though the gauge is 21 stitches, I mean, what would you say? I mean, we're not measuring it right now, but I mean, I did use a fingering weight yarn for it. So fingering
It's a robust
sport, you're okay.
fingering.
A robust fingering.
Right. It wasn't a light fingering like a 4-ply sock.
Correct, right.
It's definitely
Like
tubular.
Squishy would be good.
Yes.
Cocan would
Right.
be nice. Those would be nice ones
Right.
to use.
Now
right?
we did make kits.
Yes, we
using the
did.
Reborn. So
Yes.
not kits today, but we did check the website. Reborn Denim was a yarn that we used that was more sport weight like.
Mm-hmm. Which is fine for the pattern.
Beautiful. And it's like a recycled denim. It's by Kremke. And we happen to get new colors in. So the new colors aren't all in stock. So
they're here, but they're not on the computer and
right.
stuff.
You're going to see them here now. These are all the colors that are now available. And we could start here. This is the natural, the camo. I don't know, light denim. Purple.
This is like this is a new color for us, right, Dina?
It is. You know which one we don't have here?
Which
it's
one?
The rose quartz. It's on the stool.
Oh, you know, and there's another one we don't have too.
Which? Petrol.
Is that
the petrol?
Yeah, the green one, right?
Yeah. So there are a couple that are missing. So we have some new pinks. All you Barbie girls got lots of pinks. In fact, we have another pink, which is not so Barbie.
I love this color. I would make something. You think I should make another one?
Why not? You like the petrol
one?
You should.
I do.
It's a great top.
That's a great
This
color.
is the petrol. And this here is rose quartz. We've had this one before, but it's more of like a dusty pink.
You see, this is
vibrant.
a pale pink.
Right. It's getting washed out.
Right. Hold on.
Thank you.
How pretty
so we
that
have
looks.
red,
Look at that.
orange. This is a dark denim. Anthracite. This one's called petrol. And that's the rose quartz.
Right.
So this is the Kremke that comes in from Europe.
I'm going to take it off.
And sure. You want to show it to them so
yeah.
they could see it close up?
And I'm just going to tell you, it says 20 stitches to 4 inches. And it's 155 meters, which is 170 yards.
Right.
And what is the blend on?
Let's tell them what it's made of. It's actually 95 cotton, and then it's got recycled denim in there, which is why it's called Reborn Denim.
I wonder if I go
Reborn
close,
denim.
can you see that? There you
Uni.
go. There you go. That's a great picture of it. Mm-hmm.
So super fun.
Look.
Again, this is
Could
something
you make your Joni out of this?
You probably can.
Could you make Joni out of this?
That would be fabulous.
Yeah.
I should do another Joni.
You should do a Joni. You should. That's a
My
lovely
Joni's
piece.
orange.
You could do so
mine.
many things with this.
So we did have kits. Now, the yarn is not in the system yet because we just
Some of it is, but not all of it is.
Right. With this delivery, we also got some restock in Tussa tweed. A lot of you have been waiting for it. Not all the colors. I could tell you right off the bat that Pam's colorway for your ranunculus. What was that one called? Night blue. Night blue. I think mandarin orange, Bordeaux came in.
Yeah.
And there's a new color.
It was like a gray.
Gray is new.
Yeah.
So for the Surrey shirt, though, you can buy those online. That is actually in the system because it was only 4 bags. Hi, Noreen. You used cherry and it came out great. Cherry was the red color.
Cherry is the red color.
Yes, the yarn is fabulous.
I like that color too.
You know who you also used it? Ruthie came in with her Morning Sky. So I was inspired to make kits for Morning Sky because I had knit my own in Shibui Twig. Twig is discontinued. This is a wonderful.
You know what you could even make? You could make this with it.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. 100%.
We should do kits for this, Dinah.
100%. How much yardage is in Twig?
It was 190. It'll make a difference.
So it'll be a little shorter.
Yeah, it'll make a difference.
Flagstone scarf.
Flagstone was such a popular
piece. It's designed by Antonia Shanklin. It's a wonderful summer piece, and we sell.
And it's mindless knitting. If you're traveling,
we sold tons of it in the summer because it's one of these knit. It's just a garter stitch shawl, and it's got like this window pane, and in between it's done in stockinette.
And it's such a simple pattern. It's all garter stitch. So you have 6 boxes, and they're framed by a 7th color.
Beautiful.
So you could do that with the Kremke.
Beautiful. Mary Knitter is saying, I made my Tolsta with the reborn denim. I really like it. It softens a lot when washed. That's good to know.
Nice.
Lovely. Melanie's saying, oh, she loves looking at the beautiful yarns. Thank you. People are greeting us. Hello, Virginia. Thank you.
So that's another option that we're just thinking of now. So there are plenty of choices.
Morning Sky is a tea. And what was the other one? There was Morning Sky and is it evening?
Oh, that matches Morning Sky?
Well, there's Morning Sky, which has the motif across the yoke and then the motif at the bottom. But she has another one that doesn't have it in the yoke. So if you want less patterning, you can Google that on Ravelry.
Yep.
Okay.
What are you wearing?
Krista?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Krista was very sweet. She's reminding us to tell everyone, if you enjoy watching us, please hit subscribe. It helps when we are trying to mainstream into the rest of the other podcasts. And if you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up. If you feel like you need to leave a comment about critiquing, we welcome, I guess, constructive criticism. Be nice. But that really helps us. So thumbs up. If you subscribe, you get a notification. Thank you, Denise. It's called Night Sky.
Night Sky.
Night Sky.
What's the one you make?
Morning Sky.
Morning, so that makes sense.
Not evening. It was close.
You're close.
Wrong time of the day. So anyway, that would help. Okay. I am wearing the V-back tee. I probably should stand up so you could see it. Sorry for the loud noise. Not sure if you could see all of it. I started my V-back tee. It was knit with 3 different colors. This is orange, pink, and more of like a magenta colorway down at the bottom. However, I didn't do the 3. There's a 3 color, 3.
5, 3 and 5.
We did the 5 or the 4?
I did the 5, but I used 3 colors. You did the 1, 2, 3. Yours is like 4.
4.
Yeah.
I did 3 colors, but with 4 sections.
And you'll see if you make the piece, you'll see how she writes it. It's from the top down, and you measure, your rows and whatnot. And she's got very explicit directions, and
there's so many ways to do it. So one of the reasons why I actually wore it today is because we got that delivery in from Kokan. And I've mentioned in the past that the Kokan yarn is very directional in the way that it knits up. So you can see how it changes directions at the raglan shaping. So you could see here, the stripes go on a diagonal.
It would be nice for that.
It would be lovely. So this would be a wonderful
You
alternative.
could just
as a
make the
yarn.
whole thing in one color.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. So you
Right.
can actually use just one colorway.
Not have to worry about switching.
Correct. You would eliminate the marled business that's going on here. You would just follow the short row shaping and the increasing, and you would get the V in the front.
Now, the nice thing about the V back is that Dinah's wearing a V in the front, but if you notice, she has a rounded top in the back, and it's worn either way. You could put the round part in the front or the V in the front.
Right. So you can see how it's going horizontal.
Yeah, so in the back, it's going horizontal, but in the front, she's got the, she's turning it around?
Yeah. I actually never wear it like this.
Either do I.
Have you ever
I think we feel that it looks better.
I think it's more flattering on me, personally.
Well, that looks nice, Dinah. Turn around, let me see the back.
So I have like, ooh, it's cool on my back.
Yeah, no, it looks great. It looks great. It looks fine.
So if you had done it, if you do the V-back tee using any one of the Kokon yarns, you'll get this sideways striping business, which is pretty much like
what she has in her sweater.
The back.
Yeah.
But in the front, you'll notice a V.
Yeah.
Or in the back, depending on how you wear it, rotate it.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a lot of fun, a good visual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just turn my tee around. Do you want to show the kits?
Yes, we
did. We put new kits up.
Where are they? They're over here. Okay, so we did add some kits so that if you felt so moved to knit a V-back, and it's a great pattern. So I'm just going to show you a few. Now again, the yarn she used was, I think, I don't remember. We looked at so many patterns. What was the yardage I told you that she used? It was 390 something.
810.
Yeah, in her yarn. Excuse me, I'm standing up. So it's not like she says you need 930 yards to make this. But what we did, our yarn has 437 or 460. So certainly you have enough to make the V-back. And I will say that when I made mine,
no, you're not in my way.
I used 3 colors, but I did the 5 color way. So I repeated them. They just repeated in it, whatever.
So now,
and I did that because I saw someone on Ravelry did it,
right,
and I
which is beautiful.
So I did three different colors,
but she spread them out in a sequence of 5.
Right.
So she had, I think,
she tells
dark,
you how to do
medium,
that
light, medium, dark, or something in that vein.
So here you go.
So this is so at minimum you'll have 3 times 437, which was about
it's 1,200, 1,300 and some odd yards,
something like that.
You'll have more than enough, and she does tell you, excuse me, Dinah, in the pattern that for every inch you add to the body, she tells you how much yardage you need. So I think there are 19 different sizes in this, and I think we made the 42, right? We didn't do the 44. I think we did the 42.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I do want to just make a note here. This is knit in fingering weight yarn. The pattern that we have pictured here is actually DK.
Right.
So it's not a DK weight pattern.
No, we just had this printed up.
It's available in DK.
Right.
We didn't make kits for that.
Correct.
It's for the fingering weight version.
Correct.
So this kit is Romance, Clam City, and Steampunk.
Let's switch.
Next up, another soft kit. This one is Frost, Stuck on You, and this one here is called Dark Water. That's very pretty.
Love that dark water.
Yeah. This is another pretty one. Now, a lot of these look like fades. I clearly didn't fade. I went with orange and then pink. It works. You know, I kind of went light, medium, dark, which is what we try to do. And as long as we thought that it looked good, of course, we photographed it. Cold River, Wink, and this here is Cadet. That's a gorgeous one.
It's pretty.
This one reminds me of Pam's. It's not quite like Pam's, but it's
similar.
Reminiscent.
Mm-hmm.
This one here is Sea Smoke, Boyfriend Jeans. So Sea Smoke has like a sprinkle. Boyfriend Jeans has the blue running through it. And this one is Hurricane. So that's very pretty. Next up is this kit with Oslo, which is like the lightest beige with speckles. Then a gray base with heavy metal. And then that pairs right into Kitty.
Stone.
Oh, it's stone.
That's okay.
I think
That's okay.
on the website I wrote kitty.
That's okay.
Sorry. This one here is called Wildflowers, Misty Mountain, and Ginkgo.
There you go.
Very pretty. Here's another pretty one. This one is Frost, Dreams, and Neptune.
It's a pretty one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Who knows that yellow is a very happy color?
Yes, it is.
Well, we have a beautiful yellow kit. This one is called Wildflowers. Now, this reads beige from back here, but there's a little bit of this highlighter yellow running through it.
Oh, there is. Let me go close. See if it's going to get worse.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep.
So that pairs with Little Baby Check, and this one is Sunshine Day. Very pretty.
So pretty.
And for all you pink people out there, everyone's coming out of the woodworks with Barbie.
No, please.
This one is Dusty Rose. I think this one is called Sherbet, and then Lanya.
Very pretty.
That's very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we have.
That's it for the VBAC. So that covers what we're wearing. Right, Danny?
Yes. Any FOs?
No.
I don't have an FO, but we do have Ronnie's FO. And based on last week's wonderful review for Ronnie's Sophie shawl, we figured we would show you her next FO. This is the beautiful Night Shift.
From Andrea Maury.
Designed by Andrea Maury. Drea Renee knits. This is absolutely gorgeous.
What yarn did she use?
I'm going to tell you. What is really special about this particular kit is she used one spin cycle color in Dream State, and that was called Stay Ready. And she wanted and she wanted a neutral looking kit. So what we ended up doing is we paired it, and when you're doing night shift and shift, you're always alternating colors. So what we did is we gave her 3 skeins of the Stay Ready, but then we paired black, gray, and cream for the rest. And it's just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, but there's another color down here, isn't there? What did she do? She used...
This is Stay Ready, Stay Ready.
And this is
Stay Ready in the gray.
And the gray.
Stay Ready in the gray. It just changes because of the way the Stay Ready is changing.
Right.
And then she went to the ivory, back to the gray, and then back to the black.
I like the black
Gorgeous.
At the bottom. It's very
now she did,
impactful.
I will tell you that she did start, I believe she cut, and she saw how it was working out, and she eliminated part of the black. So she started
at this end.
Yes.
So
and
she
as she progressed,
with the Stay Ready.
Yeah. So she did modify it, but I think it looks stunning.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, Ronnie. It's blocked and done.
And
Hopefully
just to say, the original night shift has 6. Is it 6?
I think it's 6 or 7 skeins. I want to say 6.
I think it's 6.
6
Dream
of Dream State.
Of Dream State.
Now, I was going to say we made so many kits today that we didn't make kits, but we have a tremendous amount of Dream
State.
Yeah, so we will replenish the night shift kits.
And we also have Versus, which they could they sub in Versus in there?
Probably.
Because there's some great colors.
Trine would be the substitute. Because Versus is really more for
the other one.
Than dyed in the wool. Love this. Okay. So that's one FO.
Okay.
Whips.
Okay, I do have my my Boy Lollipop, which is my top that I was making to match my pants, and it is coming along. I left it on 2 separate needles because I did put it on 2 needles to open it up, and I tried it on. And
looks great.
I tried
Looks
it
like
on.
You're nearly done.
Well, again, it's all, I've done the side decreases, and then it's just 3.5 inches of ribbing. That's a little too short for me.
Okay.
Even though the pants are cropped,
Well, you might want to wear it with something else.
They
or
have
a little bit of the ribbing tucked in or out.
So, it's landing exactly where it's supposed to, because she says after the side decreases, it should be like right under your bust, which is about where it is. And then it's 3.5 inches of ribbing. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll do a few more inches, and then I'll try it on with the pants. The pants have an elastic waist, but the elastic waist is not something for me. I would rather cover it because I don't like the way it looks necessarily. So, anyway, it's almost done.
Fabulous.
And then
great.
I think when you do the sleeves, I think there's just some ribbing on the sleeves that goes on.
Easy.
Yeah, easy peasy, right?
Easy peasy is right.
So that's My Boy Lollipop by Nancy Ricci. And I use Lena from Sandnes Garn, which is a cotton linen viscose.
Yeah.
I said that right. And my color was like a soft royal. And there you go. That's it.
It's beautiful, Pam.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
We've featured these two tops before in our previous podcast, and clearly we're just showing our progress at this point. But there are kits, and believe it or not, the kits are interchangeable.
Yeah.
So if you look at a My Boy Lollipop kit or the kit for the THEA, they're interchangeable. You can use it for either top. So just thought I'd put that out there. This is my THEA top. Let's see. It's not looking too pretty right now. It's got ends everywhere. Hold on, let's see if I can get this inside. It's a tank top. Here it is. It's got like a scoop neck. It's got armholes in place. And I have a ways to go. I'd probably knit about maybe 4 inches from the armhole. Maybe more actually.
That's more than 4. It's like 6.
Pam is right. It's about 6. So I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to go, but I do have more yarn. I will have to pick up and do an armhole edging around both the sleeves and the neckline.
It's lovely.
Yeah, so this will be a nice basic tank top. It's designed by Petit Knitter, and it's available on Ravelry.
Yep.
And the kits don't include the patterns.
No, they don't. And so if you wanted to do the THEA, you just go to the website. You'll see My Boy Lollipop and the THEA, and again, they're interchangeable. So you could do either one with the kit that's up on the website.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. And then what the other whip that I have is my plastic bag.
Marianne is asking what spin cycle. She used Dream State, and the colorway was Stay Ready.
Stay Ready. That's that nice neutral creams, beige, and beiges. As some of you may know, Dina and I are running, I should say, a Zoom Cal for the Dunedrifter tea from wool.and.Pines. So we're both knitting that, and that's what's on my needles right now. This particular piece is knit sideways. So what you're looking at here is, I'll show you from the right side. This would be the arm, and then it's going to go across. The lace goes along the back, or on the bottom, not the back. And then you have stockinette all the way to the other side. And then the front is picked up along here and knit across going the other way. But to show you a close-up of the lace, there you go. Pardon, believe it or not, this was blocked and it was nice and even, but because of the being folded in my bag, I use the merino linen colorway brick. And there you go. So this will be, so as this is going to go, I'm going to, this is my back, but if I put it on my arm, it's going to go like this. Let me just show you. Let me get up and show you. Here you go. Like this. So you see, there you go. I'm almost over to the side. And then what I'll do is I'll go back here, pick up and go around the back, and then 3 needle bind off. And do it, of course, do another sleeve on the other side. So there you go. So hopefully, maybe next month, Dinah and I will be wearing, do you think Dinah will be wearing these on a podcast next month?
Maybe next month, not next week.
No, not not next week. So Dinah has hers as well. What is yours made out of, Dinah? What yarn did you use?
I'm using merino linen. Colorway is called Electric
Oh,
Pink
that's right.
Candy.
That's right.
Sorry, I had to go get some yarn to answer someone's question.
Okay.
Can I leave these here?
Mm-hmm.
This is mine. I just gave it some steam.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying that it fits because I just squeaked by. We were talking about in the Zoom. we were discussing how many skeins, and we were, Pam was meticulous about weighing and doing her repeat. There's my lace
nice.
at the bottom. And did you mention that you added length?
I didn't mention that, no.
So we added length, and I was scared that I wouldn't have enough with 2 skeins. Well, I did get through my repeats. For those of you who are taking the Zoom knit along, you'll know what that means. However, I need to make sure that it's going to give me the final body measurement that I want. So this is the back, even though I'm kind of trying it on.
Yeah, right.
It's technically the back, and that's what it looks like. The Dunedrifter. I feel like I probably...
How many repeats did you do?
26.
Yeah, I think the old thing that if you pull one way, if you lengthen it, then you loosen the width.
It springs up.
So
this is what I have left.
I'm feeling that that's what I am probably going to do as well.
I think I'm
right?
Yeah. So I think I'm going to maybe add 2 more repeats, which will bring me into a 3rd skein.
Yeah. Well, I
could wet block it.
Well, I didn't wet block it.
I might do that.
I dropped my yarn on the floor. Let me just pick it up.
Susan, Dinah, I just made the THEA top in pink. No kidding. That is amazing. I wasn't sure about it as I was knitting it, but I actually love the finished product. Very cute top. Oh, that is so nice to hear, Susan. Yeah, Susan Crow.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's funny because knitting it doesn't really look like much. I'm so happy.
She
used the Lena.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, in pink. Love it. Good. Did you use a light pink or the bright, shocking pink? I'm curious. Either way, it's beautiful. And I do know that it's going to be... I'm so excited about the gray, even though it's a boring color, but I feel like it'll be a basic in my wardrobe.
A lot of use out of that.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, I have this much yarn left, but based upon what each repeat takes, I should have enough.
To do 26 or 28?
28. Right. This is 16 grams. And each repeat takes me about 3
I definitely won't.
14. Yeah, but you're farther ahead of me.
No, I'm 26.
I only do 24.
Yeah. So I believe I'm going to add 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't aggressively block it. I just steamed it out, but I don't think I could really open it up anymore. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Well, again, the whole thing is you open it up and in one way, and then it shrinks another way.
I don't want it to give.
So, yeah.
But I'm super excited. It's moving along quickly, a lot more quickly than I thought. I've been trying to do 2 repeats a day, which has been...
How long does a repeat take you?
Well, I don't know. I would say it might take me about an hour to do that.
An hour to do a repeat?
2 repeats. No,
2 repeats.
Yeah, maybe a little bit less.
Say.
It's 12 rows, but you know what it is?
It's about a half an hour for a repeat.
Yeah.
And that's if you knit and don't stop.
Correct. But,
we're not racing. It's not a race, but you like to know. Well, but it's true. If you want to do 6 repeats, you're probably talking about like 3 hours.
I can't do 6 repeats. If I do 2,
time.
Right. If I'm lucky in the morning, I did an hour. I get my 2 repeats in. I happened to be in the car a lot this weekend, so I was able to knit. But that was hard because it's a tricky stitch.
Anyway, so those
I do have.
whips.
Who is it? Karen was asking which Kokon yarn would be used for the V-back if you just wanted one colorway. So this is the Kokon yarn. So believe it or not, we're out of orange, which is the Dazzle, which is what we showed you in the cardigan. This is very similar, just different colors. So this colorway is called Freya, and it's got the gray, light gray, and turquoise. So this will give you that same visual. We have Kitty, which is that beautiful pink that everybody loves, dark gray and light gray. We have the beautiful blue dip speckle. We have Coral, which is black, gray, and white. That'd be stunning. Classic. This is Sonia. It's the black, gray, and light pink as it goes into a white. Then we have the lovely ELO. We featured this on our stories. Amy is knitting on this colorway. It's gorgeous. It's the neon yellow, or green, I should say, and gray and like a pearl color. And this is the Bobby, which is camel brown, and then it marls in between.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Those are the Kokon colors that I would recommend if you wanted to do
one colorway. In the V-back.
So thank you for asking. Okay. So next up, I'll pick that up later. I decided to cast on the Born Slippy. Do we have the pattern? Born Slippy is a pattern designed by Beata Jezek. And we had a customer, Ronnie, came in and she inspired us once again. But however, before she came in, Pam sent me a message saying this pattern just dropped. We should promote it. We have some of the yarns.
Yeah.
Let's make kits. The Tweety.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Tweety Noir, which we have, and the Tweety Original.
Right.
So.
But really, you can use any DK weight yarn.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. You don't have to stick to that.
Sure.
However, it worked out to our benefit because we were able to see like a live swatch. Ronnie came in with her actual cast on and inspired us to make kits. And we sold out of several colorways immediately. Mm-hmm. We replenished and we wanted to share what we made. But I was so inspired, so I decided to cast on mine. And this one is done using Pinky Swear.
From Hedgehog.
Is it getting blown out?
Yeah, that's better.
It's got this acid pink, and the dye really gets blown out when you see it on camera. And this is the Tweety Noir.
Go close so they can see the little specks.
You can see. So the Tweety. Mm-hmm, this is it's made using scraps of yarn, and it's actually spun right into the wool, and that's how you get that. So this is super fun. I kind of went for a Barbie Oppenheimer double feature with these two colors, the Barbie pink and black. So there it is, Born Slippy. And the pattern is free on Ravelry.
Yes.
It takes 3 skeins, 2 of the main color and 1 of the
background color.
Accent color. Exactly. So we have some kits that we can show you. Someone is asking, what are the colors in your V-back? Cindy.
That's all that.
This is
Asylum.
It's Asylum. It was Tiger Lily, Pink Sky, and I think that was Forbidden.
Probably
Forbidden. Yeah. I'm out of the colors right now, but those are the names. Thanks for asking.
Remind me that my knitting is down there, Dinah.
I will.
Anyway.
Okay.
This is for the Born Slippy.
So if you're born to slip, we'll show you some kits.
Well, this is for you. This uses the tweed yarn is called Dolphin from 7 Floor Yarns, and Dune is the variegated color, which would be your background color, also from Hedgehog. Okay, that's the first one.
Now, that's actually very similar to what Beata has in her.
Is it?
Yes, it looks very similar, because if you look at the back, oh no, did you print the whole pattern?
No.
Oh. So it's interesting because on one of the pages she has the solid color, and this looks similar to it, and this looks very similar to the accent color.
Like a gray blue.
Yeah, it's got like a very dusty, beachy vibe. It's very pretty.
Great. So that's one kit.
Right. So if you're not good at imagining what it would look like, this is relatively close to what it would look like. There's no black in it though. Okay.
This is another way. This is Morning Glory with Soundwave, another hedgehog color. Isn't that pretty? Nice purple tweed. Mm-hmm.
This one is called Blushing, and it's a very light pink. Is it getting blown out? Not really. And then we paired that here with Flowing Freely, which is a pretty deep red, and that'll get speckled in throughout. Yeah, it's nice.
I like that.
Love this kit. So we were able to actually replenish this one. This is, I think, the last of it, though.
Yeah. Jabberwocky.
and Bramble. Are you laughing at what I'm laughing at?
Yes,
okay.
I am.
This next kit is called Razzleberry. And this one has birthday cake sandwiched in between. And this is pretty much
I love
tonal.
That birthday cake.
Yeah, the birthday cake is a great
very pretty
color. Mm-hmm. The hue, I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but it's just a lighter value of this.
It's great.
Razzleberry. It's a very pretty kit.
If you're a pink person, you'll love this one, right?
Everyone seems to love pink lately.
I know.
This next kit is gorgeous. This is just olive, and we blended it with everything but the kitchen sink. you can just pull back, you can kind of get this vibe.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just
Love
very
that would go nicely with my winter coat.
beautiful. This one is aqua, and we paired that with bloom. It's got the pretty speckles with all the colors.
And that
and
color
that'll pop
is in there.
through.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
it'll
color's
pop
in there.
through. This is kind of similar to mine. It's the noir, but instead of the pinky square, the pink, you have this colorway called Zephyr. And it's the white with all the different specs. So this will give you a black and white vibe with lots of specs. This is my kit. This is the noir with pinky square and the noir again. So just so you can get a visual.
There you go.
Oops. That's what this looks like.
There you go.
This one is a fun one. If you're into color, this is violet with tulip, I think it's called. Violet and tulip.
It is, yeah.
Pretty.
Right.
This one is soft. This one is very denim-y. It's called water. And we have that with moon glow. Very pretty. If you're into blues, this is a good kit for you. Next up is the Tweety in the original Bare Naked colorway. And we paired that with Tarte. Love this.
I love that one.
Yep. Very preppy. This is another great one. We were able to reassemble this one. This is the Tweety with my favorite pair. Also great with denim.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is a fun one. We're into our neons.
Yes,
we
show
did
you some neons.
yeah. This is the noir, and we paired that with acid. Now this acid goes a little more green, although it's getting blown out.
Well,
in
here
comparison,
it is with Buzzword, which is more of a yellow.
Highlighter
You can
yellow.
see the difference there.
Yeah, maybe if I go closer.
Yep, you see.
So that's
There you
fun.
go.
If you're into neutrals, we have
Not everyone's into neons.
exactly natural. This is like literally the opposite, natural, and we have that paired with Quake. So it's very pretty, just like a gray, tonal, pebbly look.
Exactly.
This one is Double Trouble. Susan, I think we were able to reassemble
Assemble your
yours.
kit.
Yeah, and matchstick. That's
Very
beautiful.
pretty. That's a beautiful neutral.
Yeah. Double Trouble is a really deep, dark navy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Is this last?
Yes.
Last but not least is this brilliant green, which is like a very bright neon green. And we paired that with parakeet feet because we felt like it wasn't bright enough.
There you go.
There you go. And those are our Born Slippy kits.
There you go.
Any questions on that one? So it's a side to side. Yeah, it's side to side. It actually is kind of like knitting the Sophie shawl, where it goes tip to tip. So you're starting here at one end, you're increasing to the width, and then you taper down.
Decrease the other end.
Yep. Halfway.
There you go.
Okay. So that is Born
We
Slippy.
didn't talk about this.
Oh.
That's right. That's your whip. We're still doing whips.
Okay, sorry. One more. I finally, last week I showed my Norwegian Fir, and I cast on a matching hat. I need to knit for this sweater. Thank you, Pam. I'm just knitting a basic garter stitch hat. I think I put on, I want to say 88 or 90 stitches. It's a DK weight yarn. For those of you who left messages and asked, it's DK weight, and I have a matching glover for a pom-pom.
Which is not real.
It's a vegan pom-pom. Yes. I will put that on. You could see the ties. I will weave those ties into the top of the hat, and I will stabilize it with a button. Exactly. So that is what my final whip is, because I need to get that gift out of my house onto the next.
That'll be good when that one's done.
I have to knit for Austin. I have a lot of knitting to do.
There you go.
Yes. Okay.
Did you want to talk about the kids?
Oh, yeah. So I think last week we went live. A few of you had asked if we made any kits for the Norwegian Fir. There was some on the website with the sparkly yarn. It's called Cecia Lucica, I think it's called.
Yeah.
So we had those on the website, and those are just with the yarn. But we received a delivery of these beautiful tabs, which is actually on the sweater. And here it is. This one is a handmade. And we also have a variety that has just the heart embossed on it. And we decided to make kits that include the single button
and the tab.
So here is an ivory with a little metallic tab that says handmade with love, and it's got a pretty white button. So the kits go up to, I think, 6 to 12 or 12 to 18?
12 to 18.
12 to 18. I did go back and look at my pattern. Mine is actually a 6 to 12 month size because that is what, yes, that is what Jamie wanted. I think I used 3 or 4 skeins and 1 for the hat. We went 5 skeins in the kit, which goes up to 12 to 18 month size. But I did a 6 to 12 month size, and my 5th skein I'm going to need for the hat. Right. So we have other kits. By the way, this is a ivory palm if you are so inclined to knit a hat. This is the pink raspberry, which has a pretty tab. And then it's got a cute button that matches. So we tried really hard to match the best we could. We have this lime green, which is really pretty and super fun and springy with the tab. We've got an amazing, it's the neon. The neons really are hard to capture online, but it's a super fun, can you see it back here? It's a fun palm to put on top. And we have a great lime button. Do you want to show some?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is a light turquoise with a cute button. This button has little, can you see it there? How cute are those little bubbles or confetti sprinkled in? We paired that with a gray tab. So these kits that I'm showing you here has the yarn, the tab, and the button. So if it seems a little pricier, it's because you have an extra skein and you also have extra accoutrement or whatever, the fixings to finish your sweater. Okay, this next kit is a beauty. This one is like a soft pumpkin color. Love this button that we paired with it. It's got like little stitching that matches the orange on the sweater. And then we put this little cute bronze metallic handmade with love tab. So there are lots of options, lots of colors. I don't know if you still want to see more.
The palms, okay, that's going to be it.
Okay, so we're just going to show you a few more. There are so many options, so definitely go to the website. They're under Norwegian Fir kits. We're showing you these now because we were able to quickly match up pom-poms, but the vegan poms are not included. If you can't find it and you're requesting one, just put it in the notes and we'll call you to text you pictures and stuff. This is a soft turquoise, the turquoise palm. This is the tab, which is really easy to put on and off, by the way.
Don't have to sew it.
No, there's no sewing, and I would, recommend removing it if you're washing it. It's got this easy circle. You fold the tab in half around the base of your garment, whatever it is, hat, scarf, sweater, and then you push it through and you just pierce it right through the opening on the other side. And this has an adorable button. A little sheep. Thank you, Pam. Super cute on this one. Mm-hmm. We have the Barbie pink, vegan palm, matching yarn. And then we have this cute button to go with it. I really think we nailed it on these kits.
Right.
And then the label. Well, this is just an embossed heart. And last but not least, this is that Cessia with the lurex running through it. Do we have the other sweater, the raspberry one, to show them? Is it hanging on the tower? What's the raspberry? Oh, maybe. We could show you what it looks like knit up in this yarn. So there's a little gold filament running through it. And you could see just a subtle sparkle there. We have a fabulous pom-pom to go with this natural. And then we did the bronze tab. And then this button looks amazing with it. It's a little metal button. So this is a really cute set. And that's it. It's not hanging on the tower. Really? All right, don't worry about it. we were going to show you, we have another sample, a shop sample knit in the THEA Luchica yarn, but unfortunately we can't put our fingers on it. No, that's okay. Anyone have any questions? Did you mention what the mannequin between you is wearing? That's because I took the thing off. This is the top that Pam is knitting. That's called My Boy Lollipop. It's designed by Nancy Ricci. I originally knit mine in a 100% superwash merino DK. That one is hand dyed by Asylum Fibers, and Pam is knitting it in Nulina from Samus Garden.
Correct.
There you go. Put that back. Thank you for asking. Do you have Diana's colors available online to purchase? For what, Diane? I'm not sure which top what you're referring to with my colors. If it's Born Slippy, we do. It's Pinky Swear and the Tweedy Noir. Born Slippy, yes, you will find it online. I actually put whatever I have up there. So there's several kits. Right. Some of them are one of a kind, but I was able to do a couple of those. I really like H&H, Hedgehog Fibers Recycling Program. It's a great way to get rid of scraps and leftovers. It really is the crafty chemist. And Pam and I were just talking about that because the batch that we got in this time is actually very colorful.
Yes.
And each time we order it, it looks different because you don't know what is being hand dyed or scrapped over
Correct.
at the time. Mm-hmm. So even between, even though you're buying noir could look different the next time it comes in. Mm-hmm. So it is very cool. Thank you for your help. Just ordered Kokon. Carl, you're so welcome.
There you go.
Yay. Enjoy. That's a great colorway. Okay. Those are our whips.
Yep.
That was like lengthy. Okay, what do we have? We do have new kits to talk about. We have, everyone has been loving the shawl, the Sophie shawl that's on the mannequin. And that is another shawl that we went live with last week. And we were just blown away by everyone's interest. So thank you, Ronnie, once again for inspiring us. She did a Sophie shawl, knitting it with DK weight yarn. And her little twist to it was that she knit one skein to the center, and then she took two contrast colors and striped it out, every 2 rows alternating, to get this look on the other side. Right. And the beauty with this is when you wear it, you have a yin-yang, and you can honestly do one color up, one color down.
Yeah, right.
And it would really be the same.
Right, exactly.
But you can see how you put the points in the front, and you can tie it like so.
And then you get
the layering of the different colors.
Which is lovely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is super fun. So she was kind enough to let us have this here as a sample for another week. Mm-hmm. We did make more kits because you guys asked. So we'll share what we have. I do want to mention that if you do purchase one of these kits, the single skein that you use to the center, or however, the depth that you make it, will be used. If you're alternating two skeins on the other side, keep in mind that you will have another half to knit another shawl or use for stash in another way. So although you're getting 3 skeins, you would be able to probably replicate and do another half on a different piece. Did I say that right?
Yes. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay. I will say, if you decide to make a second shawl, I recommend with the first one, starting with the solid color and then alternate for the stripes, because you'll have enough yarn clearly with 2 skeins to finish the other half. If you're going to knit a second one with the same colors being your stripes, I would do that section first, because when you run out, you don't have enough to complete the other side. So that's how I would do it if you were buying a kit like this. So we're going to start with the 3-color shawl kits. So it's if you're looking at it on not on Ravelry, on the website, it's under Sophie shawl, Sophie 3-color shawl. And all the links, I know I didn't say this earlier, we have show notes at the bottom of the podcast. So if you, after we sign off, you can look at the podcast page and read the show notes, and there are links for the patterns, for Ravelry, for what we're wearing, the kits to the website. If you're not sure how to look them up, you'll find them there. So we're going to start with glazed pecan, antique lace, and this one is ristretto. Now this is beautiful. It's all browns. It's got a very warm, I love this vibe. And there's really so many ways. You can do it several ways. You can stripe it out with the brown and the antique lace and have this as the one color by itself. You could stripe it out like this using the ristretto and the glazed pecan. You can even stripe it out with the glazed pecan and the antique and have the ristretto. So in any of these kits, you can pick how you lay them out. The decision is yours. This is a beautiful one. We had one like this. I should say it was like Ronnie's, but the one that we originally had sold out. So we were able to make a new one, slightly different. This one is lived in, naked, and we have the trepidation. So that's very pretty. This one here is Nocturne. It's a super dark blue.
Yeah, very dark.
Very dark blue, though. This one is paper, and then we also have it paired with Rocanante. Very pretty. This one here is ristretto, bubbly, and I love this. This kind of has the brown running through it. This is called Antique Moonstone. Love this. This one here is fun. This is called Elephant, which is dark gray. And then we paired this one for the stripes with Zephyr. Now, again, you don't have to do it this way, and this would be your solid. This is Undergrowth. You can mix it around and do it this way, or any way you want.
Sure.
We're just suggesting. This one's lovely. It's a little softer, but very pretty. This one is called Housecoat. And then Naked. And we have it paired with Damsel. This is really pretty.
It's a pretty one.
So super fun, very soft. How would you do this one if you were making that one?
I would do it like that. I would do it this way. I might do it this way.
Have these two stripe and this
Right.
at the end. I agree.
I think I might do
Yeah,
it that
that's
one.
so pretty. I love that one. It's soft.
Very pretty.
This is another fun one. I love these three colors. So this is Flatware, Platinum. In the beginning, like when I first opened the shop, everything I knit were in these three colors. Any trio, it was like,
That was it.
this was it. Follow the Yellow Brick Road, and then we have that with Flatware and Platinum. Okay. This is a warm one. This one is Sinfully Decadent, and I have that with Pink Clay, and I probably would do it like this as the pot. Right? Yep. This one is Rocanante. Beautiful. This is a hot one. Hot Temper, Scores, and Pearl 10. So I'll do that for the stripes. That is a fun one. Love this one too. Love, love, love this one. Neutral. Same vibe as my gold and yellow and gray. Great Gray Owl. Paired that with Matchstick. So it's not as bold as the gray and white because it's speckled, but then I would put this here as the Zinger. Yeah, glazed pecan. Beautiful. Another one, similar vibe. How would you do this one?
I don't know. That's one of my favorite ones.
I would do it like this.
Stripe those two.
Yes.
And then do that one.
Yep.
Yeah, love that.
So this here is Saffron.
Love the color.
This is great. Antique lace, and this one is Antique Moonstone.
Don't buy that one.
Yeah. So some of these, now we're like scraping the barrel here. Some of these are really like one of a kind.
Right.
Well,
that saffron's a great color.
I think that's the last one we have.
Oh my goodness.
I have to check. Simply Decadent, Pink Mist, Smoke Tree, and Antique Lace. Beautiful. Probably go like that. Okay, now we're getting into my purple tones. Love these two. Okay, I don't know how I would do this one. Okay, this one's Penumbra. Great Gray Owl. Let's take some suggestions. Help me out, you guys. This one is Star Scatter. How would you guys like to see this? How would you do this one?
Which one? I might do it that way. Yeah, I think I would do it that way. This is such a pretty color. I would leave that by itself.
Right? So you see it
Such a
concentrated.
pretty color.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Okay. Love this one. So this is the penumbra again. This one I would do differently. This has the penumbra and the Star Scatter, which are together, like we had in the other kit.
I would put that together.
I would pair these together,
Yeah.
and if you look closely, do you see the glaze, like there's a coppery gold color in there? Well, guess what? We put rye bourbon in as the zinger.
Yeah,
I would
that's
definitely do this kit like that.
You have to do that, kid.
This is so me.
This is definitely you, kid.
Oh my goodness.
Matches your two colors
Love.
that you like.
Love, love, love it. Okay, I would definitely do this kit like this. This one is Snake.
You can't appreciate the color that Snake is.
No,
And
Snake is,
It's like a very deep.
is it like a
It's like
forest
a green
green?
with a black overlay to it, though. Doesn't
Gorgeous.
it have a black overlay?
Such a
wouldn't you
rich
say?
color. It looks very blue on screen, which is unfortunate because it's just a beautiful. There's the color.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So we have that paired with antique lace, and again, this is such a beautiful color here, dried but not forgotten. I would definitely put that on the end. Very pretty. I think we were able to replicate this one, but it's the last one. Trepidation, Platinum, and Pink Sky. Love, love, love this kit too. Here's another beauty. We have Wino, Scores, and Elizabeth Taylor. Now on this one, I might actually go like this. Elizabeth Taylor with Scores and put this as the pop. You could really go either way, but this is a great kit.
Right or wrong.
No. And make it your own. Exactly. This one is House Coat. This one's soft. Gray Owl and Scout. So although we're saying zinger, you could probably just pair the two pinks and make this gray.
That would be
stunning.
pretty.
Yeah. Very soft. So those are them. Those are all our.
There's one more. That one right there.
I did this one.
Oh, you did that one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry.
I did this one. So those are all our Sophie 3-color shawl kits.
3 colorway.
Now, if you look up Sophie Shawl on the website, you will see that we have some, we have other kits that we had done originally all in one color. And if there is something that you don't see and you'd like to see, you can always reach out. I know that someone sent me an email about the Carabella yarn, so I need to get back to her. But there's so many options and so many different ways. Another thing is if you have that single skein left over, you thought you needed to, another skein to make your sweater.
Yes.
And you need help.
Put your own together. Pick out what you have at home and then just curate.
Send us an email with a picture. We'd be happy to help.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Next up.
Believe it or not, one more thing. You got to jump on when everyone is making these lovely bandanas, right?
Super cute.
But this is called Sherbet bandana. And what do we know about this thing?
It's a free pattern. It's designed or presented by the Lamb and the Kid. It's available on Ravelry.
Yep.
She also has a website, but we were enamored.
Here's a good picture of the back of it so you can get the dimensions.
By this cute bandana. And one of our customers, Laura, said that she's on this bandana kick and she's knitting them away, and she inspired us to make kits.
And the dimensions on this one, she says it's 52 across in the wingspan by 14 deep. And as you can see, the way she's wearing it, she's got plenty to wrap it around and give it a little tie in the front. Right? So there you go.
Super cute. Okay, so we don't carry Lamb and the Kid, and it's a lovely yarn. I felt it. I think one of my customers, I think it was Meryl who brought it in. It's really lovely, but we don't carry it. So we used an alternative yarn. It's called Alpaca Super Light, and we discovered that based on the yardage and what you would need, you only need 2 skeins.
And you hold it together.
It's going to be held double throughout. The kits are $20 a kit. That's it. 20. So if you are inclined to maybe knit one of these, the fiber is alpaca. Pam, do you have the
Yeah, it's
contents?
50 for alpaca, 24 nylon, 22 fine merino.
So alpaca, nylon, and fine merino. It feels very soft.
Squishy.
It's squishy, and it probably would be really nice around the neck. We haven't knit a sample doubled, but we do have this knit up in, we had done the moon bumps as an alternative to the brushed cashmere.
Correct.
So not everyone has the budget for the finer yarns, but this is beautiful.
Yep.
And we have great colors to show.
So Dinah's holding her favorite color. One
Mustard.
of her favorite colors, mustard. And this is kind of getting blown out. It looks like it's a teal green, but it is like a
Kelly
It's
green?
got that Kelly vibe going on in it. I don't want you to think it's crazy bright, but
It's a pretty green.
yeah. And of course, our favorite pinks.
Magenta.
I'm going to keep giving them to you. No,
No problem.
And then we have a light blue. I'm losing some of my skeins here. Love this color. A coral.
Very pretty.
A yellow. I'm missing a skein of two things.
Purple.
Purple. What a lovely palette that is. Let's
It's
see
so
if we can
fun.
keep doing this. Cream. Royal.
Love.
And
Purple.
I
coral.
lost one of my grays. A
But
gray.
we do have a beautiful gray.
Basic gray. Here we go.
Give me there we go.
Got it? So there you go.
There are the colors.
There are the colors.
So it takes 2 skeins. Each kit comes with 2 skeins. The kits are $20. The yarn is held double throughout.
I believe she
Again,
knits it on an 8 needle.
You're knitting point to point, meaning
Right.
sideways.
Right.
So it's a sideways knit. And this is definitely going to be a lot smaller and cozier on the neck, which is adorable.
Different than the
Sophie,
of course.
right. It's not as
What I was going to say on the Sophie
voluminous.
shawl, when you look online at the pattern, she has it in, and maybe you said this, and if I did, just tell me. I'm
Okay.
repeating myself. There are 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. And I believe that if you were to make it this way with the DK, you fall right between the small and the medium in terms of the span, the depth, and how wide it is.
We didn't mention it this time. You're right.
So I know I had a customer in the shop who bought it, and when I pulled the pattern up for her, it was like, well, what size is she making? But it's just 1 skein up, and then the other 2 alternate down. And in terms of dimensions, it fell right between the small and the medium. So that's what I have, and that's it. So it's getting to be that time of year. Start thinking about, you can't, when the weather gets cold, you don't want to start knitting then. You want to start knitting now. And I have to say, Dinah, before we leave, thank you everybody for your coffee suggestions.
Yes, we have a few places to go.
I've gotten some reels and suggestions in terms of places. You're in a place that's local that I really didn't even know about. So that's always very interesting.
Yes. Thank you for sharing.
So Dinah and I will be going there.
Who was it? Diane. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. My colorway, for some reason, is not up.
Colorway 1.
Didn't I enter this? Didn't you take a picture of that?
I thought I did, yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get my iPad, and I'm going to see if I can fix that for you right now.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm glad Dinah can read what you guys are writing, because if you're waiting for me to read it, Dinah, I wouldn't be able to read it. I wouldn't even know.
It's very sweet, because Karen was saying thank you for answering the comments. We try to. We don't get all of them. Sometimes the feed goes up quickly and we miss some of them, but it's always nice to engage with you all. We are always very thrilled when you come on. So it's our way, I guess, of saying thanks. It's super fun. Okay, I'm going online to check right now.
That colorway wasn't coming up.
No, I don't know why.
What is that pink called? That
Pinky Swear.
I didn't send you a picture.
Oh, you know why?
Why?
Hold on. They don't have, the prices aren't there, so it's not available.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
Hold on one
It's funny,
second.
it's coming up on the thing, but there
No, it's not coming up because, hold on, some of these, the prices weren't there. So I apologize.
But on some of them they were.
Yes.
Maybe it's the older ones.
So who is it? Diane, what I'm going to ask you to do is when I am done on my computer, I will ask you to, you're going to need to refresh your screen. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and do two
Is
things.
it on all of them that the prices are?
No. Yeah, it was the new content.
Oh, the new content.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think I just entered everything in. If you can do me a favor, let's see if I refresh. Now they're up there. So happy shopping. Go grab that kit. It's under Noir and, let me tell you, Pinky Swear. You should find it now. So just hit refresh on your screen or log off and log back on. I hope you get it. Thank you. Anyone else have any questions? Pam and Dinah, do you ship to the UK? Pam, that's a good question. I need to, I'm going to try very hard. You can email me. I know shipping. What was the problem with shipping to the UK last time? Was it something with the fees?
I don't know.
I have to, let me check. If you send me
to the UK, we haven't
I thought we had, maybe. I will ship anywhere as long as I can accept it in my delivery service with UPS or the, what is it called? Something Post? Global Post. Right.
Post, yeah.
So as long as I don't have any restrictions with tariffs, I most certainly do. So you can always email me what you want.
You might be able to send it.
For international shipping, I should tell you that you need to give me your full name, your shipping address, your email, your phone number. And once I have all that information, I can create a label and tell you how much shipping would be. Thank you. Trying to order Coke on Kitty. Oh, absolutely. So just don't order it. Just send all of that to me in an email, and I will be happy to get that out to you. Thank you. And who was it? I think people were asking if I ship to Norway. Absolutely. Australia. I will ship anywhere. All you need to do is email me with your full name, your address, email, and your telephone number. Yeah. Crucial information for the customs label.
Yep.
And that's it.
There you
go. Stephanie, I always go for, she goes for 4-5.
Oh, to 4-5.
To 4-5.
Well, we do too. We do as well. And they're opening one in town, but it's one of those things where the sign's been up for about 1.5 years and it hasn't opened yet. But there's one in the next town over, so we do go there.
Yes.
4-5.
Yes, that's a good one too. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up because I think the more thumbs up we get, the more it's distributed amongst other fellow like knitters.
There you go.
And it really helps us out. So thanks for joining us this past hour and I don't even know what, 20 minutes. My husband will kill me.
Yeah, she's supposed to be home.
I'm supposed to be home. And if you have any other questions that we didn't answer, you can feel free to email at theknittingplace@gmail.com.
There you go.
All right, everyone. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.